राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण
श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधू जीवनम् आनन्दां बुद्धिवर्धनम् प्रतिपदां पुन्नामृतस्वादनम् सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नाम्नाकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिः तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेना कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवान् मामापि दुर्दैवम् ईदृशम् इह जानि नानुरागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेनामानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरिः न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगति सखामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद् भक्तिरहितुकी त्वयि ऐनन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितं अम्बिसमे भावाम्बुधो कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधाराय वदनं गद्गदारुधया गिरा पुलकेर्निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राभ्रसायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लेषवापादरतं विनास्तु माम् अदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु भा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नापरः हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्रीला प्रभुपाद। श्री गुरु एंड गौरंग की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names of the Lord, which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of the Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Once again, dear devotees, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call?
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
माता जी
कृष्ण
दंडवत प्रणाम।
संभाग्य माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीति दासी from Charlotte. हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। दिस इज अरविंद अवतार फ्रॉम शिकागो। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Arvindas Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful association. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to his humble devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your sweet association to us. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundrangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah. Very nice, Jagannath Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for your sweet association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Guru Vividasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Syama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
there
Sundarangi
anyone
Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Melbourne.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. Thank you for your sweet association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundrangi Radha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj's. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your wonderful association. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, is it up to 20 or it is 22, Mataji?
Verse 20, Mataji.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome all of you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter number 2 and text number 12 to 20. Before handovering the call to Prabhuji, I would like to request Anita Ramya Mataji to take over and read the brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining the call. And today our speaker is His Grace Shamik Rishi Prabhu, and here's a brief introduction about Prabhuji. His Grace Shamik Rishi Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, Prabhuji has done immense services to the devotee community and served the society by donating for lots of projects. For example, he donated the deities in Philadelphia temple, and he made 3,000 temple units that serve as an altar in the villages. Prabhuji also served as a temple president of ISKCON New Jersey for 15 years. Recently, Prabhuji has helped in building Radha Gopinath Mandir in Karbon, Madhya Pradesh, and a community for devotees to live around it. Prabhuji is known for his simplicity and humility. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji is now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Hare Krishna. These are the wonderful services of Prabhuji, and we are very fortunate to have him. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for reading such nice introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association to us and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today's topic is Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, 2nd chapter, and text number 12 to 20, Prabhu. Over to you, Prabhu, whenever ready. Speak
Yes,
over
I
the call.
wanted. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I thought I was told that it is 3rd chapter, 9th canto, 3rd chapter, 12. same 12 to 20. So is it
Yes,
second?
Prabhuji, it is 9th canto, 3rd chapter,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu, third chapter. Sorry, Prabhu, please forgive me.
So it is third chapter, right?
Yes, Prabhu, third chapter, Prabhu.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhestam Thapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं हे राधा कृष्णपादान् सगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदान्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्णा पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नस्तप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी ग्रंथरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So these topics that we are going to discuss is about Chavan Rishi. He regains his youth. Chavan Prash is made because of his name, and he was a very, very old man. And then somehow he married to a very, very beautiful girl by name Sukanya, daughter of a king. And so how this happened, so I will tell you in short for newcomers, and that the great sage Bhrigu Muni son of Brahmaji, Manasputra, and he had a son, Bhrigu Muni had a son by name Chavan. He had a splendid body and began practicing asceticism on the bank of distant lake. He sat on his heels with his hands on his knee, and that continued. That is, the posture is called Virasana. Just like Hanumanji sometimes sits like that. So he was silent and still like an inanimate object. He remained there for a very, very long period of time, and ants began to swarm over his and cover his body and make him appear exactly like a lump of earth. But he continued practicing his austerity without interruption. So one day, King Saryati, that is the father of Sukanya, accompanied by his numerous troops, 4,000 wives, and his only daughter out of these 4,000 was Sukanya. They visited that supremely enjoyable lake for recreation. The daughter, named Sukanya, in the prime of youth, she wore a single piece of cloth and exquisite jewelry, and she looked very beautiful. Accompanied by her maids, she began to enjoy herself by looking at the tall trees, lovely scenery, and so then she saw that there were two glowing something glowing there on that entail. So curious, because of the curiosity and young age, she took a like a thorn bush, and with the thorns on that bush, she pierced those two, and they were pierced, and they were the eyes of the Chavan Rishi, because whole thing was covered by entail. So there was some bleeding, and because he became very angry by the pain, he cursed that all the troops and they cannot pass his stool or urine. And after some time, the urine was collecting in their bladder and causing a lot of pain. And so in this way, whole troop was cannot pass. Then she said that there must be somebody must have done some Vaishnava aparadha. Something has happened, and because of this aparadha, so king asked everybody, did anybody has done something? Then ultimately Sukanya came and found that father, and I thought that this is just some ant hill and something glowing. So I poked that, but there was some blood. So it must be somebody. And so king knew that. So Chavan became very angry and he cursed the father's troop to be unable to urinate or defecate. So in this way, so everybody refused, but this Sukanya came forward and she told what she had done. Huh? थोड़ी देर रुक जाओ तो अच्छा है, तो जरा आवाज या कम धीरे धीरे करके ताकि डिस्टर्बेंस ना हो. ओके करो, दूसरा उपाय कोई है ही नहीं तो. So this when he looked at when now that ant hill was opened up, he looked at Sukanya and she was very very beautiful and he became somewhat lusty and just like sage who was underneath the water, and after 60,000 years underneath the water meditating, and he saw some fishes copulating and became lusty. So this lust that is by Maya, and it is very, very difficult to conquer. So he replied that only the condition is that she should get me married and serve me. I'm blind, now she made me blind. So she was serving and she had to bend down. She was the only daughter out of 4,000 queens. So in this way, so one day what happened, Saryasi gave her young daughter to the aged high-souled Chavan, who was then satisfied with the king. Having gained the sage's favor, the king, along with his troop and wives, returned to the capital. But Sukanya stayed with the ascetic and began to serve him, observing austerity and following the rules of marriage. Sincerely worshipping Chavan, he also cared for his guests as well as the sacred fire. So one day, the celestials, known as twin Ashwini Kumars, Ashwini happened, they were the Ashwini Kumar are the doctors for the demigods. So happened to see Sukanya when she had bathed in the nude. Having beheld her exceptional legs, they approached her and asked, "Oh, lovely one, whose daughter are you? And what are you doing in the forest? Please tell us." So Sukanya, bashfully, she replied that I am Saryasi's daughter and Chavan's wife. Ashwin smiled and, "Why did your father give you to a person who is about to die? Your beauty flashes in this forest like lightning. Not even on the heavenly planets have our eyes feasted on beauty like yours. Even without your adornment and robes, you decorate this forest admirably. But why are you serving such an old man?" So Sukanya grimaced and said, "I am devoted to my husband, so don't harbor any doubts about my faithfulness." So she was very chaste girl and she did not came in talks with this Ashwini Kumar. So Sukanya told Chavan what did transpired. So they said that we will make your husband very young and handsome, but if we do, you must choose only one of us. So these three became just the same, like this Chavan Rishi became very beautiful, young, and these two other Ashwini Kumars also became. This Nal Kuber and Manigriv, they are different. Ashwini Kumars are also twins, they are also different. So in this way, now three came in front of Sukanya and she could not recognize who is who is her husband. So this difficulty came in front of others, Nal and Damayanti, that you might have. That so many demigods wanted to marry Damayanti, and then but she was very chaste lady to Nal, and he lost all his kingdom and all his everything in the this gambling match with his own cousin brother. But anyway, so she asked that let there be a Swayamvar. But many demigods they came, and Nal also came, but only he could drive that far so much. So he was very, very far away. So when he saw his children, when these children, he loved them, the tears were flowing, and she prayed to the demigod that please show me who is my help, who is Nal. And then she put the garland on Nal. So when you are in desperate condition, then ask the person and pray to them, the demigods, and they are all devotees. They became demigods because of their certain qualities that they developed meanwhile. So now they were sitting, this young Rishi and his wife sitting together. And now he has gained his youth, and they were very overjoyed. Now the king wanted to come and see his son-in-law and his daughter. So the saint received them respectfully. King sat down near him, and they conversed pleasantly on the auspicious topic. So Chevan said, "O king, I shall soon officiate at a sacrifice ceremony to be undertaken by you. Please procure the necessary articles for this." So what happened? Like, he was blaming her that how come that you have remarried? What happened? He did not really know all these things. So when he knew, he became very, very happy. And then Chevan proceeded for the fire sacrifice. And so many demigods also came. So in this way, we will read these 3 verses of today, and then discuss the same thing, philosophy later on, that how a chaste lady could create such atmosphere and could change the destiny of so many people, and doing some offenses, how grievous it could be, Vaishnava Aparadh. And so all these things are demonstrated in these verses. So text number 12. Graham grahishe samasya yogye vamapi somapoho kriyatam me vayo rupam pramadanam yadipsitam. Chevan Muni said, although you are ineligible to drink somras in sacrifice, I promise to give you a full pot of it. Kindly arrange beauty and youth for me, because they are attractive to young women. So somras, and this Ashwini Kumar could not get the somras. So he said that I will get you that. And in turn, you make me youth. Text number 13. Mobaram ityuchatur vipram abhinandya vishaktamo nimajyatam bhavanasmin pradesiddha vinirmite. The great physicians, the Ashwini Kumars, very gladly accepted Chevan Muni's proposal. Thus they told the Brahman, just die into this lake of successful life. One who bathes in this lake has his desires fulfilled. Next, number 14. Ityukto jaraya grasta deho dhamma nisantata hradam praveshito swabhyam vali palita vigrahya. After saying this, the Ashwini Kumars caught hold of Chevan Muni, who was an old, diseased invalid with loose skin, white hair, and veins visible all over his body, and all 3 of them entered the lake. Chevan Muni was so old that he could not enter the lake alone. Thus, the Ashwini Kumars caught hold of his body, and the 3 of them entered the lake. So we have to go up to text number 20. When he was so disabled, he could not walk alone. So this Ashwini Kumar said, walk on both sides of him and hold up his arm to go to the lake. Text number 15. Purushastraya utasthura pivya vanita priyaha padmasrajah kundalinas tulya rupa swasasaha. Thereafter, 3 men with very beautiful bodily features emerged from the lake. They were nicely dressed and decorated with earrings and garlands of lotuses. All of them were of the same standard of beauty. Tana nirikshvara aroha स्वरूपान सूर्यवर्चिष अजानते पतिम साध्वी अश्विनो शरणम ययौ. The chaste and very beautiful Sukanya could not distinguish her husband from the two Ashwini Kumars, for they were equally beautiful. Not understanding who her real husband was, she took shelter of the Ashwini Kumars. Sukanya could have selected any one of them as her husband, or one could not distinguish among them. But because she was a chaste, she took shelter of the Ashwini Kumars so that they could inform her who her actual husband was. A chaste woman will never accept any man other than her husband, even if there be someone equally as handsome and qualified. So this is what is Vaishnava culture, how one should behave, and we learn from, and this is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is giving us some instruction that how family life, what is chaste woman, what is her duties, what is the duty of the husband, and how they could progress to Krishna consciousness. So all these things are demonstrated by example, by stories, and it is a real fact. It is not a mythology, or it is not just made up stories, but it is a real, and one can learn so many things. So here the text number 17, Darshitva patim tashay pativratena toshitau Rishi mama mantrya yayatur vimanena trivistapam. The Ashwini Kumars were very pleased to see Sukanya's chastity and faithfulness. Thus they showed her Chavan Muni, her husband, and after taking permission from him, they returned to the heavenly planets in their plane. Text number 18. Yakshamanotha saryatis chavanashyasramam gata tadarsha duhitaho parshve purusham suryavarchasam. Suryavarchasam, beautiful and effulgent like the sun, that is Suryavarchasam. Thereafter, King Saryati, desiring to perform a sacrifice, went to the residence of Chamanmuni. There he saw by the side of his daughter a very beautiful young man, as bright as the sun. Text number 19. Raja Duhitaram Praha Kratapada Abhivandanam Ashishya Prayunjano Niti Priti Mana Eva. After receiving obeisances from his daughter, the king, instead of offering blessings to her, appeared very displeased and spoke as follows. The last verse, text number 20. Chikirshitam te kimidam patistvaya pralambito loka namaskratau munihi yatvam jaragrestam asatyam sammatam vihaya jaram bhajase mumadvagam. O unchaste girl, what is this that you have desired to do? You have cheated the most respectable husband, who is honored by everyone. For I see that because he was old, diseased, and therefore unattractive, you have left his company to accept as your husband this young man, who appears to be a beggar from the street. Purport. This shows the value of Vedic culture. According to the circumstances, Sukanya had been given a husband who was too old to be compatible with her. Because Chavan Muni was diseased and very old, he was certainly unfit for the beautiful daughter of King Saryati. Nonetheless, her father expected her to be faithful to her husband. When he suddenly saw that his daughter had accepted someone else, even though the man was young and handsome, he immediately chastised her as asati, unchaste, because he assumed that she had accepted another man in the presence of her husband. According to the Vedic culture, even if a young woman is given an old husband, she must respectfully serve him. This is chastity. It is not that because she dislikes her husband, she may give him up and accept another. This is this is against Vedic culture. According to Vedic culture, a woman must accept the husband given to her by her parents and remain chaste and faithful to him. Therefore, King Saryati was surprised to see a young man by the side of Sukanya. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री gurave नमः. So this is about the chaste woman and what is her duty, what is the Vedic culture, and how much it is different in the current atmosphere or Kali Yuga, how it has just changed and downgraded, and how people are unhappy and going to hellish planets. From very young age, there is the attraction between boy and girl, even 12 years, 10 years. And if a boy gets a girl and girl gets a boy, they think that I have obtained heaven. Because young age, and they may have sexual intercourse, and that keeps, this is all Maya, this is all allurement, and we should go. We don't read, children don't read scriptures, or they don't see, they see just some one-eyed demon, cell phone, and go for so many nonsense things, and then while their whole life they suffer, they put their parents and relatives suffering because of a wrong choice or wrongdoing, and it is just little beauty or little talk or little adoration they get from the boys, and they get attracted and they become their slave or with the boys. And once you are with the boys, you cannot just live at once. You will create a lot of problems. Then there are a lot of unwanted progeny, unwanted children, and then there are abortions. They go for abortion without no hesitation of killing a young baby in the womb, even if it is 1 month, 2 months, or whatever it is. You may not be able to live independently, but still you are killing a life, and that is punishable. And you go for many lifetimes suffer, like the hairs on the body of a cow or the there. That many lifetimes one suffers. So it's not a joke. So only human beings or even animals, they follow certain rules. But human being has become so degraded, more than animals. They are like Dvipada Pashu. They have 2 legs, but it is, they are all animal-like people, and mostly in the Western countries and in India also following the Western countries, that is great culture, and they fulfill their desires. So we see so many in the history, like say, we go for Satyavan and Savitri. Savitri was a very daughter of a king, and she went to search for her husband, and she found Satyavan, whose father was blind and gave up all the kingdom. Kingdom was seized by some another king, and he could. But although he was a young man, so she came and he says that I chose this man as my husband. So Narad Muni was there, and he said that, dear Savitri, this boy that you have chosen, according to he will die within a year on such and such day, such and such time. And she says that just like a banana tree gives fruits only one time, I chose and I would not, anyway, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. He's in my, so like people say, he clicked her, but means she chose, she gave her heart, this Satyavan. So they got married, and so when the time came for the life of this Satyavan, and so because she was so pure and chaste girl, so this Yamaraj himself came to take his soul away out of that body. So so she knew he's dead, and Yamaraj, and she could see the Yamaraj also. Most of the time, nobody can see the Yamdutas. What to see? Seeing Yamraj is one of the 12 Mahajanans. So she followed him, and she was going, and he said that, where are you? He says, my husband is going, so a chaste lady has to follow her husband wherever he's going. So they went all the way to Yampuri. So he said that I will bless you to have 100 children. And he blessed that your father-in-law regains his eyes and regains his kingdom, and you become very, very opulent, and you enjoy, and then he blessed that you have 100 children. And then she again followed, say, what is this? I give you the boon of 100 children. Says that you give me the boon, but I am a chaste lady. I cannot have any another husband to produce. How I could get a chaste lady could have 100 children without her husband. So he had to return the husband's life or soul back to, and then he woke up as if he was just sleeping for a long time. She never told him this, but when they went, everything was very nice, correct, and they enjoyed their life. And by practicing, she went to they all went back home, back to Godhead. A chaste lady has so much power that even the demigods can't do anything. So one time, a chaste lady had a husband who had leprosy and infected, and so much foul smell was coming. And so somehow, in his earlier part of life, before he got leprosy, he saw a prostitute, very beautiful, and he told that he want to enjoy her at least. Hare Krishna, is it all right? Can you hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. No, because there was some sound in between, so I thought there is some question. So he told she, this man, leper man, told his wife that I want to be with him, and she would serve whatever desire, whether it is right or wrong. A chaste lady fulfills that. Like Mandodari is also a chaste lady. He tried to uh, persuade her husband that he has so many in his harem, and why he is bringing Sita Devi, and he is not ordinary. She is a celestial lady, or she is a god. Give her up, your whole kingdom, but he would not listen. So what she could do? But anyway, this leper lady's wife, she refused when she requested it. Okay, you please let me. Who will be enjoy a leper man with so much foul smell and was coming out? So she went to serve her. For more than a year, she was serving every need of this prostitute. Whatever she wanted, she was there. And then what happened that, okay, why you are serving me? I want that you to accept. So come at midnight when nobody sees her. If somebody sees that she's with some old man with leprosy, and who will come to me? Who will pay me? How I will live? So she, okay, come at midnight. So he puts him on her shoulder because he cannot walk even. He was so much invalid. But somehow in the way it was somewhat dark, and they came across Balkhil Rishis. They were hanging down for tapasya on a tree, and upside down, and doing their tapasya. And when she went underneath the tree, this man's body touched that Balkhil Rishi, one or two or some rishis of that. They were 60,000, just like the bird sitting in a tree. So they were meditating that nobody disturbs that. But now they were disturbed, and they cursed that whoever touched us and broke our meditation would die, would not see the sun in the morning. Before the sunrise, he will die. So she does not tell anything, only she heard that. And she went to this prostitute. They were there for whatever time period, and she brings him back. But now, and my husband will die. What should I do? So she prayed to the uh, gods and demigods, and that let the sun not rise. If I'm chaste to my husband, if I never thought of anyone else, even in my dream, then sun should not rise. So sun did not rise, and so many activity were stopped. They could not do without this in the darkness, and uh, all the activity, yagyas and prayers and temple openings and everything was stopped. Because of this stoppage, the demigods, they all came to Brahma, and Brahma came down and praying and that don't stop the sun. But she said that I cannot, it is my husband, he will die if the sun is rising. So they said that sun will not rise. So they told the sun and blessed her that he becomes very youthful, young, beautiful, his disease gets cured, and that all happened. And then they very came back happily because of her chastity. So these things happened. And Kunti Devi, and they were also chaste ladies that she could keep Krishna in her home many months more. He was going after uh, this Kaurav Pandava fight, and they won, and the Kaurav were defeated, and Yudhishthira Maharaj became the king. But he wanted to go, but somehow Kunti Devi requested him. She prayed in Kunti's prayers. So because she was a chaste lady, in those days they were doing sati pratha. But then it became forceful, and that pratha was stopped. but Madri became Sati with her husband. When she burned herself, the purpose was, the thought was, the separation is much more painful from the husband to whom you loved so much lifelong and served. It becomes more painful than dying in the funeral fire. So they lay down, hopefully that they get birth together again and get remarried. So that was, but then it becomes not like her voluntarily accepting that, it was forced. People were forcing and letting them die, and so many things, complication. So it wasn't stopped. So you might have heard about this Devhuti and Kardamuni. His son was Kapil Muni, and she was asking many questions to learn about what is this. So Kapil, so there were 9 daughters before Kapil Muni was born, and she accepted this Devhuti and Kardamuni. Kardamuni was very old man, but somehow they had it, like king had a dream, or Brahmaji told that get married your daughter to Kardamuni. So she served him very nicely for many years, but she had a desire to have children like others. So he saw her austerities, that she is doing so much, and she became lean and thin, and dirt was on her body, and no servant, cooking, serving her husband very nicely as if he is God. And so she did that, and then he became very happy, and by his mystic powers, then he created a lake, and 1,000 of maid servants were bathing her, and he made a aeroplane, and it was like a whole city where there were gardens and people and nice fragrant flowers and lakes. And so he went to all this heavenly planets with that aeroplane, and she showed her, and then she wanted that, I want to have son. So he transformed himself into 9 forms, and with that 9 forms he had relation with Dehuti. Dehuti is a daughter of brother of Uttanpad, Duru's auntie, and Manu Maharaj's daughter. Anyway, it's very high position. But so she had 9 daughters came together. They were all married to Prajapatis, and then Kapil, and he said that I am leaving now, because I fulfilled your desire. You married me, you served me nicely. I bless you that you. And then she wanted, uh, then she went to her son, Kapil Dev, that when she is in a very high position, mother of a god. The Kapil Dev is a Bhagwan Swayam, and then daughter of King Manu Maharaj, and she had many high qualities. Nirvinnam Nitaram Bhuvan Asat Indriya Tarsana. She said that my Indriya are Asat. Their Indriya should be served to Krishna without any desire or enjoyment in the material world. But she was really, so she learned so many things from him, asking questions. And so whole Sankhya philosophy is based on discussion between Kapil Muni or Kapil Dev or Kapil Bhagwan and Mother Devati. And although she is such a highly elevated, still she thinks that my senses are dragging me. What should I do? How I could subdue that and put my full attention on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he gave her advice, and then she wanted to learn about Atma Tattva and all. She wanted to learn many things. These are there. Prabhupada has wrote, he was giving this lecture in Vrindavan, Queen Kunti and Kapil Dev and Dehuti, and it's not just what he has given in Bhagavatam, but there are separate books, which is not the same as in Bhagavatam. It is different, and whole more discussion about Atma Tattva and what she wanted to learn, and Sankhya philosophy. And there is an imposter Sankhya in this age, Kali Yuga, and he would not accept. There are 24 elements. Sankhya means Sankhya. Sankhya means Ganna, to count. So he told all this, but ultimately they accept that yes, there is soul and there is a super soul. But this imposter Kapil by the same name, that that is not the, he does not talk about super soul or Paramatma, because everything happens by Paramatma. Atma cannot do anything without getting empowerment from Paramatma. Same thing, demigods cannot do anything. They are empowered by Krishna. And unless there is super soul or give them direction, they cannot do anything. They were one time very much puffed up after winning the demons or asuras, Sur and Asur Sangram. And then they were so much puffed up that, oh, I have done this, I have done this. I could kill so many people and so many asuras. And then Yaksha came, big Yaksha came, and then in front of them. And then everybody was popped up. And they were asking, who are you? He said, that first tell me, who are you? So Agni said that I could burn everything. That is my power. Whole universe I could burn by my power. So he gave him a little straw, burn this. And he tried and he could not burn that. Same thing, Vayu said that I could blow even the Himalaya mountain, and he could not blow anything, even a leaf. He could not, because his power was taken away. So if anybody has any quality that comes by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, you should not think that it is my prowess. I am so beautiful. I am so powerful. I am so rich. I am so born in an aristocratic family. And these all things are a gift by the God, and we should worship them. We are a part of the Supreme Lord, and it is our duty as a part to serve the whole. Means the Krishna, the Supreme Lord is Krishna. Krishna, that law is a little deep. It is different than the Vaikuntha planet. On top of the Vaikuntha planet is Golok Vrindavan, and we all belong to that place. And we were born in Karana Ocean, Karana Samudra. We were born in Karana Samudra, and then we chose somehow the material world. So we are away, but we have the tendency to be back to our real origin, because we are all children of Krishna. Mame Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are eternal. Unless we go to the eternal place, we cannot be happy in the material. It is a place of suffering and temporary. Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. So we can't be happy in this material world. And so as much as we may try, what we see little happiness is just absence of some problem in between the two hills. There is some two problems, there is some relief for some time according to your karma. How beautiful Krishna has arranged whole thing, the creation, how things are happening by our karma, and how easily we can obtain Krishna and go back to our original place, back home, back to Godhead. These are all given in the scriptures, but rather than reading scriptures, so many stories or so many this artificial intelligence created different things that we watch and think that that is the truth. But truth is Krishna, Samam Monam, Param Satyam Dhimai. Param Satya is Krishna. Param Satya is that we serve the lotus feet of Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. Other than that, whatever you may do, that is all futile. And so there are. So we should understand that Krishna wants us to come back. He's open hand to embrace us. We walk one step, he walks hundreds of steps, and he gives so many things to us to go back home. Like he has given this month, that is Purushottam Mas. Krishna gave the name to this month. This month there was no festivals, nothing was there, no Ekadashis, and this month was called Malmas. But there and in those time, every day or every month, a certain name. And because there was no name, don't know it is useless. Just give it. It is to be. Mal means a stool. So a stool month. Then she was crying, worshipping the Lord. She went to Brahma, and then they went to Narayan. And Narayan took them to Krishna's abode in Golok Vrindavan. And then Krishna heard all this, and he said, don't worry, you worship me, and I will give you my name. So Purush Uttam. Uttam means topmost. And then Purush means he is supreme person. So he give his name. So this month, the air that blows in this month, like if you go to a temple atmosphere, and so air is Krishna, what we breathe is Krishna, what we see, beautiful places, that is Krishna, what we read is Srimad Bhagavatam, so Bhagavatam is Krishna, but it becomes more powerful in those days. So he gives us like a special cell, or that we could be liberated and go back to Krishna's abode. Not a material liberation. There is a liberation that you go to Vaikuntha Loka, liberated from some fever, liberated from fracture. So that is material liberation. Then you go and liberation that you want to merge with the Brahma Jyoti. But that is Sayuji Mukti. That is also not good, that kind of Mukti. But we should really have plan our destiny. We should have our lakshya, should be created to go back to Krishna's abode, where we really, that is our origin, that is our real father. So father is asking, and how much dirty we may be, whatever it may be, mother and father never rejects. Mata kumato na bhavati. That child may become not a child of the mother, but mother would never desert her son, whatever poor. Or I had my grandmother, and she had one useless, one of the uncle, but because he was serving his mother very nicely, and then he had all the love from his mother and blessing from his mother. Anyway, so serving old parents, serving senior people, Vaishnavas, that is our duty. And one should perform austerities to even whatever service may be there, one should serve. And with this Saryati and his daughter Sukanya, we learn that what is the benefit of becoming chaste. Like there are many, many stories about chastity, and like you might have heard about some Muslim king and how they had burned everybody. They got burned themselves without touching. Even just touching by a man is like butter, and woman is a fire. If they come and touch, the butter will melt. But it is degradation, even touch. You might have heard about Maharaj Yayati, this Devhuti and Sharmista. So Devhuti was somehow, they changed their clothing and she was pushed into the well, and Yayati Maharaj came that way and he heard some voice. So he saw that there is a naked woman, very beautiful. He threw his garment, outer garment, and she covered her body. And then he pulled her out. But because he touched her, she said that I cannot be get married to anyone else. You touch my hand. And so that kind of thing. And now people, they said they put hand in hand and dance together, and unknown places, unknown man, and this kind of clubs and food, and they eat each other's food and drink from the same glass, and it's so much degrading. It pollutes our heart and becomes contaminated. And then we have covering. We cannot see who we are. We cannot see that I'm Krishna's servant. I'm meant for Krishna. We think that I'm meant to enjoy my senses. So the senses, they enjoy in whatever wrong way or correct way, but they cannot really enjoy, because this material world is flickering. It's just like drops putting on the lotus leaf, and they just fall down. So material enjoyment, it cannot give you enjoyment. We are looking, because soul is eternal, it is looking for a Mahanandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrataswadam. They want that their Ananda bliss increase at every step and every. So material Ananda is not like that. It's temporary, and it's ultimate. More you enjoy in the material world to the senses, more we fall down and more we suffer. So if you don't want suffering, but human life is the only way, only gate that we can get out of this. So you may say that how Draupadi married 5 children, 5 husbands. That was a different arrangement by the demigod. She begged, she did tapasya, asked 5 times. She was desperate. So she asked 5 times, give me a nice husband, give me a nice husband. Lord Shiva blessed them. You will have 5 husbands. That's the arrangement. That is a different thing. But you might have heard about this, what's her name? Shakuntala and Dushyant. So Shakuntala, Kanva Muni's daughter, but she was not a daughter of Prabhu Muni. She was daughter of a Menka, and Menka had this this Muni, not sister Muni, yeah. Vishwamitra. Yeah, Vishwamitra Muni. So Vishwamitra Muni was meditating for 60,000 years on the Supreme Lord. But when he heard the tinkling bells of Menka, and then he opened her eyes, and when he saw the beauty, then he asked her to get married. Indra wanted to see that he is doing so much tapasya, he may get my post, my position. So he sent some these damsels, Menka, and she by her dance and by her tinkling of bells, and so they got married, they had children. Then he came to his senses, then he left her. She also wanted to go back to heavenly kingdom to serve the Indra. So anyway, and this daughter was left alone, and she was Shakun is the name of the birds, and they protected her from harm or getting harmed by some predators or ferocious animals. So they were protecting and covering her. And then Karno Muni was passing by. They saw this girl, they brought her home, and he took care, and he was taking care as if she is the daughter of. But Dushyant went to that hermitage when he was doing some archer or hunting. The king has to learn how to hunt, and hunting means again if there is some other troops, they come, how to kill them. So but then he went alone and he saw this girl very beautifully. So they got this Gandharva Vivaha. He also liked this. That was all arranged by the Supreme Lord. We should not think these stories are that we could also get attracted and get married like this. Ravan had kidnapped to get married Sita. And how much Sita's chastity, he destroyed the whole kingdom was destroyed. Whole Rakshas clan was destroyed. But that was the plan of the Supreme Lord, and he fought with this. So how much one can, he could not touch her, could not see with her. There was a Veda before Sita, there was a Vedavati. Vedavati was a young, beautiful girl. She was really married to some sage, and she was doing tapasya. But this Ravan came in his celestial van, and when he came in this, he saw the beauty, so he catch hold of her that come sit on my chariot, and I will marry you. So he caught hold of her hairs. She had a long hairs because she was doing tapasya, and just with his palm he cut that hairs away. It was not sharp, but still because of her, and she cursed that any time that you will force a woman to lie down with you, you will be dead. She was always very much afraid of touching Sita forcefully. So anyway, and the Sita which was born was not a real Sita. It was a Chaya Sita. The original Sita was given to Agni Dev, and he took care of her, and Prithvi Devi, because she was born from Prithvi, and she went back to Prithvi. So anyway, there are many stories of chaste women in Puranas, and that is for us to follow. And that way they have so much power, so much immense power, and even demigods they cannot equal. And so one must follow these Vedic rules and regulations. Although it may look harsh or it may look in the modern world, but it is not ridicule. If one can do it, then they could really solve the purpose of human life. Just not only one that she will purify the 21 generations by becoming a just chaste wife, means they are serving Krishna. They are taking her as Krishna. So they see Krishna, not some with the made of bone and blood and stool and urine and some man, but they see that it is I am serving Krishna. If you one can serve children also, as if they are given to me, the in charge for these children, that care that is given by God, and you take care of the children. And if one cannot even finish their rounds, but taking care of the children, that is even more priority than chanting the holy name. I'm not saying one should not chant, But this is a special month, Purushottam month. If one chants one round, it has 1 crore times more effect, more better than even Kartik or Ekadashi. So one should chant the holy name of the Lord and make their life successful. Krishna gives so much concession for us to come back to him. That is his mercy. His scriptures are his mercy. Having Vyasadev and creating this Bhagavatam, and that is all his mercy. This Ekadashi and Janmastami and Radhastami and Ramnavami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace. And so these are all mercy of the Supreme Lord. And he is looking at us that when my son would come and enjoy with me, we are working so hard and bringing some froth in the mouth. But Krishna, you could enjoy Krishna's all property. He owns everything, all the material planets, all the spiritual planets, all the kingdom, means so nicely. Only it is, we work, say, 80 years or something to collect money and enjoy. We may not have even a house and by that time a car or something. But Krishna is waiting for us to give us his whole kingdom. Saeva, Daya Bhag. Daya Bhag means one just have to live along with the father, serve the father, and then enjoy all the property. So you become automatically owner of everything, whatever the father owns it. And he gives it to you very happily. And same thing that our father and Krishna know is the greatest way. He has created everything and we can enjoy all that without any, without working so hard. So we should take that. So this Chavan Rishi, Indra, and so there one time Indra came to this Chavan Rishi. He gave the Somras, and then Indra also came. These two practice the healing art, so they are only servants at their will. They assume various forms and wander about in the world of human beings. Therefore, how can they justly lay claim to the Somjus? Indra continued to argue, but Chavan decided to disregard him, Indra, altogether. He was just about to take up a godly portion of Somjus to offer to the Aswini Kumars. Then Indra exclaimed, if you give them Somjus, I will hurl my thunderbolt weapon at you. Glancing and smiling at Indra, Chavan took up a considerable amount of Som juice to offer to the twins. Then Indra displayed a terrible looking thunderbolt and was just about to hurl it when Chavan paralyzed his throwing arms. Because he did in the sage, he did tapasya for so many years. This Hiranyakashipu's wife, she was also a chess lady. And who could born a devotee like Prahlad. They were this demigod Hiranyakashipu was doing. But see, hearing just one time in this Hiranyakashipu, then some parrots came and they were shouting, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He was disturbed. He came home and he was telling his wife about Narayan. And then she became pregnant. And that because of he heard Narayan, then he was purified, at least at that time. Then he wanted to become like God. When they get some wounds, that worship me. And that is our disease, that we want to shut position in Supreme Lord. And that is our enjoyment, that I could enjoy whatever way I want, by hook or crook. But our enjoyment should be according to the Vedic injunctions, not according to what we want. We are nothing. We should really think ourselves. Pranadapi sunichena taroiva saishnana amanina amanadaya kirtaniya sadahari. So we should be always chanting, always. And one time, at least this month, if you all could chant every time, every minute of the time, even while you are defecating, urinating, or sleeping, just go on chanting. And chanting would come in your dream also. If you chant in sleep and wake up again, chant the holy name of the Lord. It is so powerful. Chanting is Krishna and it is Sankirtan. Chanting is one thing, but one should sit and two could make a Sankirtan. Your reading Bhagavatam is Sankirtan, because there is book Bhagavat and you, and that is also Sankirtan. So use your time as much as beneficial for this month that is started from yesterday, and getting many times a benefit. And one would sure to go back home, back to Godhead, if you keep always thinking, always think of Krishna, or always do everything that is favorable for Krishna consciousness. And what is not favorable, don't do it. Reading is wasting so much time in TV, wasting time in newspaper, wasting time in gossiping and Gramya Charcha, and so all these things, phone calls to so many people, and uh, it should not be, oh, what you cooked, and oh, you heard this happened. So many things that we talk which has no meaning to Krishna consciousness. So we should take our time away from that and give our time in chanting the holy name of the Lord. So thank you so much. I will end here. If you have any comments, questions, or about what we discussed today about this thing, Shariati and his beautiful daughter, and Chavan Rishi, and the Chavan Prash, and they make so many herbs and put it that you will become young. Whether it becomes or not, but name came from Chavan Rishi and Sukanya. So you can unmute, and if there is any comments, questions.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, my humble obeisances at dust of your lotus feet, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Ji, I have one question.
Sure, please go ahead.
So, if we want attachment to Lord Krishna, it is through the devotional, pure devotional service. But my question to you is, when we try to, when we do devotional service, the center point that we are doing for Lord, most of the time it is not there. Why it is so, and what we should do that we always remember Lord, or we have to do an extra endeavor to remember Lord, like how we will connect the devotional services, any devotional service, like if I'm just trying to drink water, or if I'm just trying to walk, at that time also, it through Bhagavatam we understand a bit, but when we are in real practical devotional service, at that time there is no Krishna in the center, and then there is me. So I want to know how to cultivate that, or how to bring that in practice.
Okay. No, thank you so much for asking such a wonderful question. How we, because everything is created by the Lord for His pleasure. He says, I'm test of water. I'm sex, life, which is not against the dharmic principle, not against the dharma. So many things he says in his opulences, but he says that what all this is needed, I am like just a splendor of my spark to create all these material and spiritual worlds. So so you could imagine that just one ray of Krishna's energy could create a whole all universes, billions of universes, and the spiritual kingdom and all these powerful things. So we cannot. So we should glorify, but because we are attached for so many lifetimes, we are in the material world, means billions of life. We are born here in the material world, and we will die if we don't read scripture, and die a miserable death, and then again born to fulfill our unfulfilled desires. So we come back again and just go on suffering. We have been doing it for all along. But now, by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and by special arrangement, that you understand that, but this would not go away all of a sudden. This feeling that, oh, I am enjoying, I am the enjoyer. So sense enjoyment are getting the fruits of our hard work, fruitive activity. Fruitive means we want the fruits of our work, but fruits should be given to Krishna. And who gives you the fruits? You may do hard work, like a donkey is doing a hard work, and a big person sitting in a big position, he does not do, it does not even move, and he still enjoy. It is all because of the karma. So karma are still behind, but karma would finish if you chant the holy name. Just like Ajamil chanted at the last time because he was a devotee, and he he said that just one time he chanted Narayan, even 4 Vishnu Dutas came and they kicked out the Yam Dutas. And then he understood, he had a discussion, he heard about the holy name that I chant only one time. He goes to Haridwar and give away. But people could develop their Krishna consciousness like this Muni, Khatwanga Muni. He had only one more, the 24 minutes, and his mind he fixed. He sat down, he fixed his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord and thinking of him and died. So within this Chitraketu, at the old age, he developed his Krishna consciousness. Prahlad Maharaj got in the womb of the mother, Dhruv Maharaj at age of 5 years. So there are many who became Krishna conscious by focusing their mind. We have still our mind is material and it is trying to enjoy. So make the mind your friend, that every time you think that it is about Krishna, always think of Krishna and never forget him. If you could do that, means when you chant, then try to hear that. So both senses are working, hearing, ear, and they are the most active. With the tongue, what you speak and you hear, and rather than focusing your mind somewhere else. So our mind goes while chanting so many places, and we make plans what I would do today and what I will do tomorrow, and I will earn more money and how will I enjoy. So all these things, if we curb those, it will happen gradually in one lifetime, 2 lifetime. But you have begun your journey back home, back to God. So that you should be happy, and you continue practicing, read more scripture, be associated with the devotees who are uh, whose mind is more focused. So association is very, very important. If you associate with drunkards, you will become drunkard. Or afimchi, if you take some drugs, you will become that. So काजल की कोठरी में कैसे ही सयान हो जाए, एक लीक लागी पे है, लागी पे है, लागी है. So if you go and associate, so your association should be good. Go on chanting and distract yourself from other things, or wasting time in so many other things, and think that the whole world is Krishna's children, all the jiva. But you should have friendship with the devotees, serve the devotees, and don't commit any offenses. So they are you
Maharaj,
chant.
what happens when we practice? When we practice at that time, or we are doing the devotional service, if we are not practicing in the way that our consciousness is purifying or it's growing, then there is no deeper realizations. There are realizations, but they are not that deep enough that even if we walk, some see that when we walk at that time, because of association and some because of blessings or because of the devotees, we can understand that the power that we are able to walk is because of uh, the energy that the body has, or we are trying to do because of our free will. But the point that a Lord is there and his energy is there, that is missing. So my question to you is, for that for that deeper realizations, if one devotee has that rich realizations, then there is no point for that particular devotee to forget Lord. Is my understanding correct?
Yes, yes. No, it's see, you have to go on practicing. One student and the teacher, they went to a well, and then by practicing more and more, even the iron silver padat nishan, even on the stones, it make a soft rope would make a dent on that. So we should also practice more and more, even if it is not done purely. But one day it will become pure by the mercy of the holy name, by the mercy of the numerical count, by mercy. If the seeds are sown upside down, sideways, it will grow. You water it, so gradually it will grow. You have to fence it so that others cannot come and get your Bhakti Lata. Uh, so mad elephant offense should not be done. You should give the water by continuously chanting, even if your mind is not focused. Does not matter. You you just try to do that as your duty in the human life, and the results would be give it up to Krishna. Let Krishna, I'm trying my best, and then in few lifetimes or one lifetime or next lifetime, like people who do, so they are sense enjoyers in the Braj Dham. Then they have to come as monkeys or dogs or cats in the Braj Dham, or trees even. So they are not ordinary, they are ascetics, but they had some, could not focus or could not complete their duty, and so they remain in the Braj. So we should not think ordinary, dal dal par pat pat par radha radha hoy. So dal dal and each leaf is chanting Radha Rani's name. So you go on chanting, and by mercy of Radha Rani and Krishna, you will get pure love of God. Krishna is very easy to get pleased if we want to do that. But if we want to remain in the material world and enjoy our senses, okay, go on enjoying. You want to show your body, become a tree. You want to drink hot blood, become a tiger. So we should not have too many material desires. We should have desire to please Krishna. If you have that desire, then Krishna will if he fulfills bad desires to enjoy the material, why he would not fulfill good desires to engage in his service? Okay.
So, yes, Maharaj. So, our willpower and determination is powerful factor. Then the
Yes.
realizations is the another, and then the mercy
Yes. His mercy will
is my
come.
understanding. No?
Yes. Yes. Your desires is very, very important. Desires and attachment or prayers, association with nice devotees, and hearing about the holy name all the time, that will help you to chant, even if it is not purely. But Krishna will make sure that by his mercy will come to you, and he will pick you up and take you back home. Just like he picked Ajamil. Or Dhruv Maharaj desired to be more opulent than Brahmaji, his great grandfather. But when he saw Krishna face to face, or Narayan, then he said that I was looking for some broken pieces of glasses. You gave me, but still he gave him the kingdom, Dhruvalok, which is more higher than Brahmalok. So anyway, we try our best. We are human beings. We have been in the material world for billions of lifetimes. And if we give just one lifetime to Krishna and try to focus, then it would be a great benefit to us, not benefit, but we will achieve our real goal of life, to please Krishna. And if Krishna is pleased, we will automatically be pleased. Why we do sense enjoyment? That it gives some pleasure. That's why we are. But if the pleasure, you will get billions and billions of times more and more with Krishna. But we don't understand that. We take it this pleasure that is ultimate. But that is not ultimate. Ultimate is what Krishna says in Sadhu Shastra and Guru. So I gave you some hint, but I also have fallen. I'm trying to same principle that I want to adopt to myself, and with association with all the nice devotees who are of the same mind, one can achieve that goal. But don't get discouraged. Krishna, Krishna is there, and he's very, very powerful and merciful. He is Bhakta Vatsal. Means a child may be very dirty, but mother will pick up and put on his lap. So Krishna is ready to pick us, but provided our focus is on Krishna. If child is grown, I could do my own, I could enjoy my own. Why I should go to Krishna? Then okay, do it your own. Okay. So you depend
Yes,
on
Maharaji,
Krishna.
please bless me and bless all of us. Yes,
You
Maharaji,
also,
we'll try.
you bless.
We'll try. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Hare
you
Krishna.
also bless me. Thank you for nice questions. Thank you. Hare
We'll
Krishna.
pray for
Hare
you. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any other comments, questions?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So, dear devotees, any questions or realizations anymore?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to you, Maharaj, and thank you so much for the wonderful class, Maharaj. We will pray for your good health.
Yeah,
Even
today
though
I
you
have
are not
appointed.
well, even though you are not well, you are ready to give class anytime. You are very eager to give class.
Yes, I get in touch with the wonderful devotees. And that's my, and also Srimad Bhagavatam. Even reading half page, I did not prepare. I just read these verses and then I wanted to present it. So whatever thoughts comes, sometimes thought may not come, sometimes I read from some book, but I try to give best possible way that you could also learn from this. And that's all for our learning. So thank you so much for giving me opportunity.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for your association, and we will pray for you.
Okay. Yeah, today I have appointment with the doctor, with my
Mhm.
GI doctor to see. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna. Thank you so much. We have Pitambar Prabhu. Please come in.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Samik Rishi Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranam, all Vishra Prabhupada. Prabhu, what a wonderful class as always. Despite your not so good health, you are rendering service. That is very, very grateful to you, Prabhu. So Prabhu, very quick question. If I can ask you, it's a Purushottam month going on, right? Right now it's Purushottam month, very auspicious. If I can ask you the one most important
Sure, please.
and
Go
one
ahead.
most important don't, what that way it will be, Prabhu?
Do it always, remember Krishna in any situation. That is the most important, to remember Krishna, don't forget him. And don't associate with, don't Vaishnava Prad. That is very, very quality. And don't think of enjoying the senses. That I will be pleased with my sense enjoyment. That is, give me supreme enjoyment that I can get. So you cannot enjoy in the material world. So remember, so don't think that way and always think of Krishna. Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Prabhu. Wonderful advice. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
My vandan to you. Vandan to you. Hare Bol.
Vandan to you too also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So I don't find any more hand raise or questions in the chat box.
Okay.
So with permission, we can end the session here, Prabhu.
Sure, please
Hare
go
Krishna,
ahead.
dear devotees. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful association and a very, very wonderful class. And we want your association in the future and our prayers for your good health, Prabhu. So let's chant one time for Prabhuji's health. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Vancha
Thank you so much, dear
kalpatarubhyascha
devotees.
kripa sindhu
And thank you so much,
patitanam
Prabhuji,
pavanebhyo
once again from all of
Vaishnavebhyo
us.
namo namaha.
And we want your association in future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha
kripa Shatakoti Vaishnava ki jai, Jagadguru Srapad Samik Rishi Das Prabhuji ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare.
Maharaj. Thank you so much.